Hi, my name is Lisette Espinoza-Garnica. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm running for Redwood City Council in District 3. I'm going to be answering two questions. The first one is, how will you advance equity for kids in this district/city? So District 3 is a majority minority district, and the majority of our residents are renters and also low income. Our families have very few options available for after-school activities that are safe and supportive, and our students, our Black and Brown students, are facing the highest amount of suspension and expulsion rates compared to white students. We also have an SRO program, which is a school police program that over-polices our students. What I think our schools need is, or what our students need, is access to stable food, housing, free Wi-Fi. They need secure housing, and ways to do that is through public housing and a voucher program as well. We need to secure food through having more cooperatives with farms and gardens, and having community gardens and community-based food banks being our partners. We also need to ensure that our city has free Wi-Fi that is citywide, so there's no gap in access to materials online. As well, our students of color and students that are low income also have to face having not the best teachers. So that's also because it's very unaffordable here in Redwood City, and it's hard to retain quality teachers. So we need to ensure housing as well for teachers, whether that be through workforce housing and assistance through public housing as well. We need to create housing for our teachers to retain quality teachers, more diverse teachers, including much more teachers of color, and also a culturally relevant curriculum. So implementing ethnic studies in all our schools and having courses that teach anything that's much more relevant to today and that is less Eurocentric. I think our schools could also benefit from having a school to career pipeline. I would like to focus on that as well, so kids can also explore more options outside of school and after school to see what that would look like. And number two, what is your vision for our city, and how will you commit to our more vulnerable residents? So I see Redwood City becoming a city that focuses on protecting Black, Indigenous, people of color, LGBTQI+, migrant, working class people. With me on City Council, I would focus on renters, workers, and marginalized people's needs, and especially try to remedy the harm done by rampant displacement, that is gentrification, that has made more room for high-earning, non-unionized tech jobs to come in. I think this city requires that anyone who works here can also afford to live here. So I hope to raise the minimum wage to a living wage, to create housing for all through public housing, and a voucher program by defunding the police and instead investing in community resources that actually reduce crime and help with crime reduction, such as free meal programs, mental health care services, wellness centers, and youth programs. I also hope to make the city greener, especially in District 3, where we're lacking, with urban forestry and restoration of the wetlands to also protect our residents from floodings. And when it comes to climate change, we also need to keep in mind the rising natural disasters. So we also need to implement any measures to protect our residents and prevent any major climate change in our community. So thank you very much for your time, and take care, everyone.